Hello and welcome to another episode of The Aggregate, the review channel where you don't get biased, personalized reviews, but the review based on general opinion. Today we're talking about massively popular game, Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy. So, what's the story in this game? Well, you are transferring into Hogwarts as a fifth year, which is highly unusual. You're also some kind of special wizard. There's an evil gremlin thing running about and you need to stop him. Other than that, you'll be getting acquainted to student life, helping people around on campus, getting rewards like gear and new spells, and putting a stop to any mischief around your school. So, overall, it's mostly just a decent story to set up the gameplay. Throughout it, you'll probably enjoy yourself, but you most likely won't have your mind blown. Just overall, a pretty solid story for a pretty solid game. So inhabiting this story, of course, there will be characters. But are these characters any good? Well, overall, the characters are a middle point in this game. Some of them are charming and underdeveloped, and some of them are just downright forgettable. We doubt you'll come away having a character that you really loved, but you'll probably have some characters you remember fondly. For open world games fans out there, we can report that the gameplay is pretty fun. Settings like Hogwarts, where you'll spend most of your time, are extremely dense. It's possibly the best part of the game. Every part of the castle is just layered up with secrets and Easter eggs. There's plenty of puzzles and things for you to solve and figure out. Overall, just the castle is super fun. And there's an extraordinary attention to detail with living paintings, moving staircases, and everything you love about this castle from the movies and novels. There are other settings in the game that you can explore, like the Dark Forest and Hogsmeade, which are also quite iconic within the Harry Potter universe. These locations aren't as enjoyable as the castle, but still quite fun. They also open up the avenue for new forms of transportation like brooms and hippogriffs, which is just more variability and variety in this game that's already has a lot of stuff to do. But more content just makes this world feel really open. Something that doesn't make this world feel open, on the other hand, is part of the plot. This game is called Hogwarts Legacy, and it's really trying to immerse you in this role-playing genre. But sadly, most of the choices you'll make won't have that great of an effect on the story. So, the largest decision you'll make in the game is which house you choose to be sorted into. But all this changes is your clothing and a single quest line. Not much else will change based on your house choice, which is pretty disappointing, as many people really care about Harry Potter houses, and that was one of the main draws of this game. But overall, this game doesn't change much based on player decisions. For some, this doesn't really matter, but for others, this can be pretty sad. That doesn't ruin the game, of course, and there's still plenty of other fun things to do, but you won't have as much freedom to choose and make story changes as you may have liked. Now, combat. One of the most important parts in an action-adventure game is the combat. So, how does it feel in this game? Well, at the start, it'll be pretty boring and basic. You'll click a button and then dodge when you're told to. And you just really repeat this. But then you start getting new spells. And you need to synergize enemy types with new spell varieties. And sometimes spells will work only on specific enemies. And it ends up being a very interesting combat system by the end of the game. But it will start slowly because you won't have as many spells or ways to dispatch enemies. But near the end of the game, you'll become extremely overpowered. If you choose to learn the dark arts, you'll have Avada Kedavra, which can one-shot any enemy, including bosses, so long as they aren't truly living, at which point they won't die because they aren't actually living. So things like animated armor won't be destroyed by Avada Kedavra. But there are non-evil ways to get overpowered as well. We would say that the combat is really fun and gets even better as you go along. Now, another draw to this game is the sheer amount of variety. As I mentioned in the setting portion of this review, there are multiple means of transportation, but there are so many things you can do in this game. Of course, you can fight, you can get loot, you can explore, you can decorate your living space, you can talk to people, you can learn new spells. This game gives you a lot of options with how you want to spend your time. And that's possibly its greatest strength, is that this really helps its immersion, is that the setting is wonderful and the actions you can do there are extremely variable based on what you enjoy doing. Also, the game takes place throughout a single school year and has multiple seasons, which change how the castle looks. So overall, just the variety in how the setting looks, the variety of settings there are, the variety of things you can do within them, just really helps with this game's overall immersion. We here at The Aggregate are here to tell you general opinion about a product. And it would be impossible to talk about the general opinion of Hogwarts Legacy without mentioning the variety of dramas associated with the game. A very small-sided drama is that of its use of de novo. De novo is DRM software, which makes it impossible to pirate, or nearly impossible. But it also reduces performance. This has made pirates angry, and those who know about de novo who have bought the game angry as well, because they are suffering worse performance because of it. But this is not the main drama surrounding this game, just one that matters to a small section of gamers on the internet. The most massive drama surrounding this game is that of somebody who profits from it. J.K. Rowling is a very controversial figure and has made statements that are allegedly transphobic. We here at The Aggregate aren't here to tell you what to or to not believe, but many have boycotted this game and see it as supporting an evil individual. We aren't here to make choices about drama, but we are here to inform you of general opinion. For some of you out there, J.K. Rowling's profiting from this will cause this game to be a deal breaker. But that's just a portion of people. Others will enjoy this game for its significant amount of variety, good graphics, and fun gameplay. But if you choose to skip it, we here at The Aggregate fully understand. Thank you for listening and watching. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.